What's going on, guys? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at LEGO Marvel Superheroes set number 76051, Superhero Airport Battle. This set has 807 pieces and retails for right around 80 bucks. So this is, of course, currently the largest set from Captain America Civil War, and of course has potentially some spoilerish things about it. So obviously there's not really much you can do about that. It's you know, the pictures are everywhere, they're in stores, so you can't really avoid them that way. But if you don't want to see the ins and outs of this set, I suggest you know, turn away now and just wait until after the movie's out. So there you go. That said, you get a bunch of minifigures in this set. Looks like 6 minifigures, 1 tiny itty bitty figure, and then of course 1 giant figure, which to me is the main draw of this set overall, the giant and the tiny figures. So you get Iron Man, War Machine, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch, Agent 13, Ant-Man in his teeny tiny form, and Giant Man. So that kind of indicates to me that at some point during Captain America Civil War, Ant-Man will actually become Giant Man, which is pretty flippin' cool. And they've gone and made a gigantic minifigure out of this guy to kind of replicate that. Unfortunately, it looks like there's a lot of stickers going on here, and I really, really hope that's not the case, at least for some of it. I would hate to have to put stickers onto what is essentially a large minifigure, but we'll kind of see how that goes. The rest of the set is, you know, an airport tower, and of course a Quinjet. This is the third Quinjet for the Avengers, third minifig scale Quinjet, I should say, in the Avengers / you know, superheroes line. And I've only got the first one from the first Avengers movie, so I can't compare this to anything but that. But I'll kind of see where this thing lies in that regard. But in the meantime, it looks like a all-out battle between superheroes here. Now, checking out the back, we can see there's all sorts of play features. Looks like you get some, you know, firing missiles on the Quinjet, and actually it appears this little knob at the top actually brings down the missile launchers. Here you've got an opening rear on the Quinjet, allowing, you know, some of your figures inside, although it looks quite a bit smaller than the original Quinjet that I've got. Of course, you've got Giant Man, you've got some airport cargo vehicles and things like that. You've got a very excited looking Rhodey, exploding flight tower. Looks like Ant-Man can cause an explosion of parcels of some sort. So just looks like a whole lot of fun. I'm really interested to see how it all comes together. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set built, and we will check it out right now. Okie dokie, guys, here we go with the largest of the Captain America Civil War sets thus far, anyway. And like we always do, we're going to take a look at the minifigures first. So let's check out the opposing team first, shall we? You get 2, I guess, for lack of a better term, we'll go with bad guys? Question mark? Not really. We're going to go with Iron Man and War Machine first in this particular set. And so, as you can see, you get a nice little Iron Man here. He does come with a, like, weapon effect, basically. They just stick right in his hand. But other than that, he's just got the usual kind of jets coming out of his hands and feet, as we're kind of used to seeing on these Iron Man armors. So take a look. There's the armor print on this particular Iron Man. Really nice printing on the head as well, and on the back you can see. So it looks really nice. Very nice job here. You can flip it up to reveal Tony Stark underneath, of course. And they did a nice job actually with the mask where it kind of soft locks in the open position, which is a cool touch. I don't know if that's new or not. I honestly don't remember, but you know, it's nice either way. And of course, angry Stark face on the other side here. And there's smirking face. So very cool. So there is Stark, or Iron Man. And we'll just put him right off to the side here. Here we have War Machine in a totally new print, totally new everything. The previous War Machine had just a totally gray body. This one is actually black. Just a regular black body, I think. It's hard to tell. Like there's so much silver and stuff printed on here that it tends to make the black actually look like it's got a little bit of metal flake in it, but it doesn't. It's just straight black, which actually is really nice. Really helps to bring out the design of the War Machine armor. He's got printing on the feet, and a really nice job there. Again, beautiful job printing on the helmet. And we'll show that off. You can flip it up to reveal Rhodey underneath. And again, he does have a double-sided face. There's an angry face. And then kind of a very happy-go-lucky looking face on the other side there. And he does have a shoulder-mounted weapon here. He's got one of the stud shooters, as you can see. And also his, I guess he uses a baton at some point in the film. And he's got that baton attached to his back. You can just pop it off and stick it in his hand, or whatever you want to do. He does have some printing on the back. Let's go ahead and grab his head. Just to show that off. These bits are attached by one of the new 2-stud clear bits that go over the neck. And there is the back printing. I do apologize. I started recording and suddenly I just decided to get the hiccups, I guess. Very nice. So excite. And he, of course, has the, flying effects in red. So there are your Iron Soldiers, Iron Man, and War Machine. So moving on to Team Captain America. At least I'm assuming Agent 13 here is on Team Captain America. That's kind of how I imagine it will go. But here is Agent 13, aka Sharon Carter, in her, I don't know if this is like her CIA gear or if she's back with S.H.I.E.L.D. or what. But she looks really nice. She's got some nice printing. Hair's cool. I like the hair. And you can, of course, flip that around, and she's got a very, more pleasant face on the back, and some really nice printing back there as well. And that is Agent Carter, but not Agent Carter, Agent 13, aka Kate, aka Sharon Carter. We'll just call her Sharon for now. There you go. There's Sharon. She has a gun, and it's cool. It's actually like a gun, and not like a, not like the gun that Winter Soldier has, and we'll get into that right now. So here's the gun that Winter Soldier has. You probably have many of these. So here is Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes. Supposedly the head that they use on this guy is just a Star-Lord head, which is kind of weird. Like, it would have been nice to give him like an actual print, but you can see, double sides. And you can see the printing on the back. It's very dark. It's just dark gray on the black. On the front, there's actually a lot more color to it. Would have been nice to get some printing on the legs, but it's all right. So you can see the printing there. And, of course, on the arm, you get very nice printing as well. Silver detailing on the star. And there you have Bucky, or Winter Soldier, or whatever you choose to call him. And, yeah, another cool figure. Next up, let's go ahead and grab Captain America here. And here he is. Come on, buddy. Nothing really to, write home about. Very nice printing, of course. All around, as always. The bright red shield, which is not really... I would prefer to see the darker red back, back for these sets, but it's okay. He's got some really nice detailing on his helmet, or his head, his chest, and of course along the back as well. And there is Captain America. Cool. Next up, we have the Scarlet Witch. Really, really nicely done minifig here. You can see she has effect pieces done in the kind of clear pink, which I think works really, really nicely. She's got a double-sided head, and I'll show that off real quick. Much better hair this time as well on this minifigure. So there's her torso print and her happy face with the printing on the back as well. And, whoo, there she goes. She also has this new skirt piece around the edges to kind of simulate her like coat or skirt or whatever it is she's wearing in this movie, her outfit. And it's very simple. It's just the 3 little pronged skirt piece, and I think it really looks fine. It looks really good, and it works well for the character, and actually adds a whole lot that we were kind of lacking from the previous set with the Hulkbuster armor and whatever. So I think this really, really nicely done. I like this minifig a lot. So, on to the last minifigures, question mark here. So, here we go. You actually get Ant-Man in 2 sizes. You don't get a regular minifig size. I guess you have to track down if you don't already have the previous Ant-Man set from the films, the Ant-Man movie, if you want that. But, I mean, that set comes with 2 Ant-Man figures, so you can't really complain. This one also has 2, but so you get a micro figure of Ant-Man. How adorable is that? Super, super cute. Just silver on the head. It's very simple, very basic, but it gets the point across of Ant-Man, and you can see he's so tiny. He's so little compared to a minifigure. How adorable is that? This is really awesome. So you do get this. You actually get 2 of these, or at least I got 2, as kind of a, here's an extra just in case, because it is very, very small. You could easily lose this piece, but very, very nicely done, very nicely printed. Just need to focus in. There you go. Really nicely done, especially for something this small. And you do get one of those, or 2 of those, I should say. And then you get this brick-built minifigure, which is absolutely fantastic. So here is Giant Man. The only weak spot, I would say, if anything, would be the hands. I'm not really keen on the hands. I don't know how else they would have done them, but they're just a little weird, that's all. But anyway, so here is Giant Man, and then showing you him next to a regular minifig. You can see he is quite large. And he's actually really posable. So this is completely brick built. You can see the back is a little bit, a little bit bland, a little bit bare, but you can easily fix that up yourself without too much trouble. He does have ball jointed arms, just like the Mixels here. Okay, he's got rotating wrists, and they bend in and out, so you can actually even have them hold minifigures in his hands as well. Really cool touch there. No waist, but he does have moving legs. Really, really cool. And this was a fun build. I mean, it was really quick, but the techniques that are used here are actually really, really cool and a whole lot of fun. Easily my favorite part of this set, without question. But he also has a swiveling head, which is very nice. These are stickers. I know I said I hoped that they were printed, but these are all stickers. His face, however, is a print. So this piece right here is printed. And the coolest thing, you can take his mask, and just like in the movies, you can lower his mask, and you can see he does have a mouth under there. So that's really, really neat. And then you just lift the mask back up, and he's ready to do stuff. Some more stuff. And yeah, so this dude is just super, super cool. Now, after all of that, let's talk about the set itself. So obviously you're working with an airport here. sort of. I mean, you've got you've got an airport tower, you've got a Quinjet, and you've got just this little buggy here for luggage. So we'll start with the buggy, and we'll actually kind of bring this down here so we can kind of take a look at the buggy itself. So it's very, very basic, very simple little vehicle. You can see truck 1. It's just for the airport. And you can see it's got the little guiding flashlight thingamajiggies attached there. So, it's actually, they did pay a lot of attention to detail, which is nice. But of course, it's got the luggage cart on the back. So the luggage cart, you get three pieces of luggage, 3 suitcases, I guess. So you get one that is, I'm having a hard time getting a grip on these. You've got one, of course, from Wakanda. All right, put that back. You've got one from Sokovia. Okay, and you've got one from Billund, the home of Lego. Pretty awesome, right? So that's pretty cool. You put those right in the back of the luggage trolley, just like so. And you can see you've got this little piece back here. What you can do with that is you can kind of whack it to simulate. I don't know. They have on the back of the box showing like Scarlet Witch using her power to kind of shoot the luggage everywhere. But you can just use it for general superhero mayhem, whatever you want to do. And there's even a little hidden space underneath here where if you open it up, you can hide something. Just like, oh, what's that? My spare tiny Ant-Man. Adorable. So that's pretty cool. You got that going on. Then let's check out the tower here. And we'll raise this back up. This is actually a really nice airport tower. I'm kind of surprised. And I'll probably end up using this for, my Lego City airport. So you can see it's actually a nicely fleshed out tower. You got a little gate here, and you can turn it around and see that there's some stuff going on inside. So in the top of the tower, might be a little hard to see, but you got some stickered, control panels here. You got a little swivel chair where you can keep watching all the action. You got, swiveling radar, etc., etc. Then down below, you've got a little computer setup here. And you've got just some cabinets. They're empty. You can put whatever you want in them, luggage, whatever. And then down below, you've just got like a little, I don't know if you want to call it a little seating area. And, just the bits and bobs that you would need, like, of course, a fire extinguisher and a little wrench just to, do any last minute things that you need here. You've got a restricted area sign on the door. Authorized minifigures only. Pretty adorable. ID required. And you do get some really nice play features with this, and we'll go over those right now. So first of all, this little bit down here, you can see there's a little hole here, just big enough for Ant-Man to get involved in. So what you can do is take Ant-Man, stick him in this little hole here, alright, and there's a plunger inside, and if you push Ant-Man enough, you can push up against that plunger, and you've got some boxes here on the outside. And then that will very modestly push those out. You can, of course, get some more force out of it. Like so. And really fire those off. But, you just want to stack these boxes in such a way that they can, knock each other over. And, of course, you get 3 boxes. One from Stark Industries. One from Hammer Industries. And, of course, one from AIM. So you've got those going on. That's pretty cool. Then you can come up here. You can see there's a little lever right back here. And what you want to do is just press down on that, and then, boom, it'll blow out this wall here. And the wall actually comes apart in a couple of chunks. So that's pretty cool. So that is the watchtower. And I think that's a really nice addition to the set. So very, very cool. And last but certainly not least, you do get another Quinjet. And we're going to take a look at this. And we're going to try and look at this not necessarily in a vacuum or independent of the other Quinjet models. But again, I can only go with the first Quinjet model because that's the only one I actually own or have handled at all. So that's really the only one I can compare it to. But I will say this is obviously, you can see, rather small. It's very compact. It's a very, very small Quinjet. The wings do fold up to kind of simulate the how they do in the films or in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. whatever have you. It's actually really nicely done, though. It's a very solid model. It's very nicely, solidly built. You got little grips underneath here to kind of hold it, so you can really swoosh it around if you are so inclined. You can see the back has very nice little thrusters. And you can open this guy up, and there's just enough room for one little minifig hiding in there. And you've got the rope that they can climb up on. And so you've got a lot of play value there. And then, of course, you got some other little bits and bobs here. So we've got this little dial on the top. You can go ahead and twist that, and that will lower these weapons here. So you've got two stud shooters right along the bottom of the Quinjet. And they're angled just enough that they can fire past the wheel on the front. You just turn the dial back and it'll raise that back up. Inside the cockpit of the Quinjet, you can of course raise that up. Take a look, there is a little control panel in there and seating enough for two minifigs, which is actually really nice. So you can stick Captain America and Winter Soldier in there, and then you can put Scarlet Witch or whatever in the back, or Captain America in the back, whatever you want to do. So there's room enough for a couple of minifigs in there. You can't fit like the entire Avengers team like you could with the first Quinjet. But I actually really like this compact design. It seems a lot more like, obviously, since, there are so many different versions of the Iron Man armor, it would stand to reason that there would probably be many different versions of the Quinjet as well, built for like different tasks. So like this one would be more of a recon sort of thing. You wouldn't necessarily want to take this one into battle, or, something like that. So it's kind of cool to me to have a couple of different versions of the Quinjet. And this one is actually really, really nice. I know it is pretty small, but it's a lot of fun. It's an easy build. It looks really cool. I love the look of it. Kind of like flat, wide sort of looking Quinjet, but it looks good. So yeah, I really, really like this set. Obviously, this dude right here is the absolute star of the set. Hands down, bar none, not even a question. It was worth it for him alone. But the selection of minifigs is amazing. The big Ant-Man, the Giant Man rather, the tiny Ant-Man, all the other minifigures you get in this set, the radar tower, the flight tower, whatever, and the Quinjet really make this well worth the asking price, in my opinion. So I'm very happy to have this set. I think most of the sets in this line have been good, or decent rather. I'm a little tired of the Jeep plus minifig equals a set kind of dynamic that we've had going on for a while, but this one really breaks the mold for me. It's a lot of fun. The minifigs are definitely the star here, like they are in many of the sets, but at the same time, the build itself can hold its own against the minifigs, if that makes any sense. But yeah, really cool set. I'm looking forward to see if there are any other Captain America Civil War sets coming. I've heard there's one that hasn't been announced yet, but I don't honestly know. But anyway, that is going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I've got more LEGO coming real soon, so keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.